長谷川穂積さん、サウスポーの右のリードと畑中健人の左のジャブ、このプレーからボディですね。はい、あとボディで倒れたか、ボディでダウン、ボディでダウン、畑中健人第3ラウンドダウンを奪いました。ボディでたまらず、さあ立ち上がった。
まあボディの後いい右フックが当たりましたね。
いいフック入りましたが、そしてもう一度ボディ、右ボディ、これでこのラウンド2度目のダウンを奪った畑中健人。これは厳しいかどうか。畑中のボディーブローでここでレフェリー酒井谷さん試合を止めた。畑中健人第3ラウンドテクニカルノックアウト勝利。畑中健人実に4年ぶり5試合ぶりのノックアウト勝利となりました。
Champions and the boxing superstars, where are you? I'm waiting, let's fight. I'm the most avoided boxer.
All right, so I wanted to talk about this fighter right here because this is a fighter that I've known about since 2019. When I seen him fight many years ago, I believe it was on Kento Hatanaka or Ryoshi Taguchi, which I believe was here in the state, like it was on TV here in the States, because I remember I did a live for it at like 3 in the morning, and they got like 400 views, and like nobody, like very few people watched it at the time. But I remember I watched that card, and this fighter left such an impression in my mind that like I saw him fight that one time. I didn't see him fight again for like 3-4 years. And then I just seen him recently when I was in Japan at the Hatanaka boxing gym, and it's none other than the Prince himself, the son of the former WBC super bantamweight champion Kiyoshi Hatanaka. It's the son of him, Kento Hatanaka. Now, Kento Hatanaka, the Prince, that's what they call him, the Prince. You know, for those of you who don't know, super flyweight contender, really good fighter. You know, 14-0, 10 knockouts. I made a video about him about 4 years ago when he was 8-0. So he's progressed very nicely. He's won 6 fights since that video. Become WBC youth flyweight champion, which is always a good title for young fighters to pick up, you know, as they're on their way towards bigger and better things. But wanted to make this video about him because I want to make a more concerted effort to cover him in his career, because I do like him a lot. I think he's got very good fundamentals. He comes from a great background, great bloodline with his dad. You know, his dad was champion, fought Daniel Zaragoza, fell short to him, but his dad had to retire early from boxing due to an eye injury, but still a damn good fighter in his day. So that's what he comes from. That's what he comes from. And when you watch him, I remember when I was there at the gym, and I was watching him real closely shadow box, and very good fundamentals, focused fighter. You know, the one punch I like from him is his straight right hand. That was the punch that got me to remember him, even after only watching him fight one time, because I feel like he has the type of right hand where if you're not careful, that right hand can send you straight to the morgue. So as far as Kento, where he's at in his career now, like I said, he's 14-0, 10 knockouts. He just fought on the undercard of Kosai Tanaka versus Pablo Carrillo, and that was out there in Nagoya, Japan, where I was just at, one of the places I was just at when I was in Japan. And he fought a fighter by the name of Chadwan Mulsok, I think his name. I can't even say his name. Mualsok. I'm probably getting his name wrong, but he's from Thailand, 5-0. You know, a little bit stay busy fight for Kento to just stay sharp, and he got a 3rd round knockout. You know, it's been a couple years since Kento had a knockout, about roughly, you know, 4 years since he got a knockout, and about 5 fights. So he's been getting rounds in and getting more seasoning as a pro. But you know, the great thing about Kento, he's 25, so he's maturing. He's getting his man strength, and I do feel, and I do believe, and I want to make this very clear, because he's only about 2 or 3 wins away from really getting into the title picture at super flyweight. He's one of my favorite fighters from Japan. You know, and I definitely feel like by the time this year is over, you know, we're gonna see Kento Hatanaka start to crack rankings, like top 15 rankings of like WBC, WBO, WBA, IBF, something like that. And I really do think you guys need to pay attention to him. I pay attention to him because the guy is very entertaining to watch fight. Can punch, can box, can slug, can counterpunch. You know, has a lot of tools, good fundamentals. If you go and you watch the video from when I filmed him training, you can get an idea of the kind of fighter he is just by watching him shadow box and the punches he throws and how sharp he is and things like that. So I just really, when I think about the next generation of the super flyweight division, because you have to think about these kind of things. You know, Roman Gonzalez is getting old, Gaio Estrada is getting old, Wang Basai is getting old, Quadras is old. So these guys are going to be gone soon. And we're looking to the future at super flyweight. And, you know, obviously you have guys like Kento Hatanaka. You have guys like Junto Nakatani. But I would throw this is the guy that nobody's talking about, that really hasn't been on U.S. television too much. He's not a guy that's been shoved down boxing fans' throats like many other fighters have been. He's a guy that you would have had to have been at the right place at the right time if you're from the USA. Seen him fight that one time on that random Top Rank show, and then remembered him and still followed his journey, which I've done. So, you know, Kento Hatanaka, to me, one of the bright young talents in Japan that's not being talked up enough, that really hasn't been talked up enough by people in boxing. And, you know, when you come from a lineage of where your father was, you know, a champion, you know, and a very good fighter in his day, and that's what you come from, and you're in the gym every day with guys like Kento Hatanaka, you know, how could you not peg this guy as one of the next potential world champions of Japan? I told you guys back in 2019 in my prospect review video about him that he is one of the future champions of Japanese boxing in the super flyweight division. I will double down on it 4 years again later, and I will continue to say Kento Hatanaka is someone to watch in the super flyweight division that could go all the way and become world champion. And good on him. Good on him to continue the consistency and the hard work and the discipline in training to develop to where he's got to. You know, I was very impressed when I watched him train, and I still think he's got more things to work on. I feel like as good as he is fundamentally, I think he could probably take a little bit more fat off the punches and get even more fundamentally sound. And when that day comes, oh my God, he's sending a lot of people in the super flyweight division to the morgue with that straight right hand. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Kento Hatanaka, the Prince, he's 14-0. I definitely think he's gonna be a top contender in this division by the end of this year. And I just wanted to, you know, give my little thoughts on him. So, yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.